Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so let me fix my bonnet. It's early in the morning. I'm sitting up here prepping for my Sunday dinner, and it is what 9:46. So I know some people is up. I am. Oh Lord, when I tell y'all, I just I wanted to talk about some things. I tried to go live on Instagram, but for some reason it didn't work because I feel like I have more interaction on Instagram than I would Facebook. But Facebook is more a family and friends setting. So this is just me. Nobody's in the chat yet, but guess what? I'm gonna start talking anyway, and hopefully people can just look in, comment, because even after the live, because well, for one, I don't think Instagram Live allow you to keep your videos anyway. I don't think Instagram does that because I just never went back and see anybody being able to keep their live or they have to record it or whatever. But I am literally up this morning because okay, so I am a YouTuber. Like as far as I love YouTube. I love going on YouTube. I love watching YouTube. And I like different, different contexts and everything or whatever for that nature. But I am the type of person where I look at reality YouTubers who basically vlogs their lives, and I have this. She's one of my favorite ones. I like to look at. She's called Strong Mommy Chrissy. She is a YouTuber, and she's been YouTubing for years. Homegirl got like 9 kids, but as you can kind of see her having kids, since she been vlogging, she's basically you probably seen about what 4 of them, 4 of them being being born, or was it when her twins? But anyway, I just had some interesting thoughts about a lot of things because people on YouTube they come and they tend to react on people's videos. Like I say, the girl vlogs her life, so she's basically inviting everybody into her home and her everyday life and how she juggles her kids, even her relationships. So I also see where people are called reactors. They basically go and they give their opinions on the videos that is being shot, and I'm not too particular with certain reactors because when it comes to her, people really go in on her. Like to me, if I'm a reactor, I just can't sit here and just literally base an opinion on somebody's like an opinion about what somebody is doing wrong when it comes to mothering skills, because that's just one thing I just don't believe with. Sorry. I can't. I don't diss nobody mother skills. I could sit here and say certain things you do towards, as far as what you do, as far as individual that can affect your kids, but not like literally tell you how to mother your kids. Um, and like I say, I tell any and everybody, and I'm pretty sure a lot of mothers understand. It don't come with a manual, so you're not gonna do everything right all the time. It's just like a learning process. You learn your kids, you learn how to deal with your kids as they get older and as you get more mature in being a mother. So, um, you know, I some people just react to this girl so negatively. And to me, I really don't see anything that she is doing completely wrong. The fact that she's a blogger is her job. I mean, hell, her kids are eating off of YouTube, so she's doing what she has best. And then who can really find a job with 9 kids like that so easily? So even if they're in school, it's just hard to juggle 9 kids and not have a 9 to 5. So the girl booming. The girl is booming. That girl got her a nice house with her 9 kids, and this girl is not receiving any government assistance. I mean, she has even given videos about when she actually turned down Section 8, when um, she turned down food stamps. I mean, she literally did a video. So she's kind of, you know, inspiring as far as a chick with 9 kids who don't get no government assistance. And to me, and living in that big old nice house, guess what? Anybody could sit here and say, call the girl fat. She don't got no job. She around here making money off YouTube, baby. Ain't nothing funny about that because homegirl is getting paid off of YouTube. $2,600 rent. Trying about $1,100 for groceries. With 9 kids, I can believe it. A month, I can believe it. And she doing it by herself. Let me I add, because she just recently separated from her husband, who got a whole nother baby. But see, this is what I wanted to talk about. So there was a situation where she ended up going live in her feelings because her husband and her ex-husband and his new girlfriend, well, not her ex-husband yet, but her husband that she's separated from, and his new girlfriend, they basically were acting because, you know, Chrissy has been doing videos about them. It's like she wasn't really speaking on the girlfriend, but she was just speaking on their breakup and, you know, what was going on with the breakup, why he's not there. So eventually, because this is her life and this is her job and this is what she do, eventually her subscribers and her viewers are going to ask anyway if they just happen not to see old boy no more. So she eventually was going down the line of her breakup and speaking on the fact that she found out he got a girl pregnant, so he got a whole nother baby on the way because he just left her 7 months pregnant with her now 1 year old. And he ended up, you know, leaving at 7 months. And she literally gave a breakdown like for a year straight. She gave a complete breakdown of how she was doing going through the process of him leaving. She even had situations where saying he was supposed to be coming back. Never happened. And then he did came back, but then he left again permanently. But in the midst of him leaving her, he ended up getting another woman pregnant. And the thing about it is when she found out about it, of course, she spoke on it. So my biggest my opinion about the whole situation was, um, you know, she basically was hurt by it, of course. Any woman would be. You leave me at 7 months pregnant, and now you are literally making a family with somebody else. That's hurtful for any woman. And I mean, not one woman can at least sit here and say if something like that happens to them that they won't even at least be bothered. But the thing about it is, you have the new girlfriend that comes in, and the new girl, knowing the situation, the new girl claims that she didn't know anything about Chrissy being pregnant. No, I can probably believe that because what guy gonna sit here and deal with you and say, "Oh, I got a baby on the way"? Not most of them won't do that, depending on the circumstances. But how he left her, I can believe that. How he left his wife, I can believe that. So he's probably not gonna give you. He's not gonna open up to you because right now he's still in a situation he don't want to be in no more. So I can believe that she didn't know, but would I believe that when she found out, you still stayed with him? So my whole thing is, to me, you didn't know no longer becomes a situation that you can just bring up because when you found out, even after you got pregnant, you still continue to want to make something with him anyway. So it's to the point where you can't play a innocent bystander anymore because now you're signing up for you signing up to be with this man, knowing the baggage he comes with now. And to sit here and say that, okay, Chrissy decided to sit here, and I never even heard her even mention the girl. All she ever did was say, her ex got a new girlfriend. She's pregnant. I don't have a problem with the girl. We've actually spoke, times I guess throughout the timing of, from time she had her son and the time, him turning one, her encounters and everything she shared. But I mean, for the videos that I've seen, she's never said anything negative about the new girlfriend. The new girlfriend decided to, I guess it was a situation where something eventually it got to a point where, it's a fallout. It comes with the territory. There's a fallout. And, you know, whatever the situation may have been, because they're like publicly, this is social media, y'all doing y'all life on a free app. So now you don't like comments from, her viewers or her subscribers or whatever reactors got going on. And then they tend to, sit here and I guess come at the girl. I don't know as far as the back end on that story, but all I do know is the girlfriend ended up responding to a live that Chrissy just did a breakdown. She had a major breakdown. She ended up going on saying, um, F him, F her, F the baby. I don't care nothing about all that. Don't sit here and talk trash about me, blah, 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 blah. Now, was that a good move for Chrissy? No. But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, people human, people react different. Is that justification for her? No. Because I was saying to myself when I was seeing Chrissy's live, I was like, oh, Chrissy, don't do that. Don't do that, Chrissy. No, 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 no. You got so much going on. This YouTube paying your bills. You getting contracted with all these promos. Like, girl, you doing the damn thing. Like, I mean, this is the things you want to see and tell somebody, but you're person, so you just literally talking to the TV because this is what entertainment. But you just because you don't sit here and witness her growth, so now you're just like, oh man, you came so far, blah blah blah. This is what you want to tell the girl. But of course, stuff like that comes with a price because even if the new girl didn't have any type of leg to stand on to come at you, because a lot of times the new girlfriend could be insecure about the woman that he left. Because I mean, females understand that if a guy sitting up here down talking the ex, in some shape or form, you wondering why he even discussing her with you, why he coming at talking about her so strongly, why she was this and that, but you was with her. Not only that, homeboy married to the girl, and you got 3 boys from the girl. So to me, it's almost like why all of a sudden she's this and that and this and the third. Well, I feel like, in my opinion, what guys do that is because the whole purpose of them going so hard about her to you is because they don't want you to feel insecure about them. They don't want you to know their flaws coming in right away. They're not going to sit here and say, man, I ain't shit. I left when she was 7 months pregnant. Uh, she, I barely worked. I didn't do anything for her like I wanted to, or I didn't want to. Like, I ain't no guy finna come up there and tell you, you know what I'm saying, that it was all his fault. And if he do tell you some things was his fault, it'll be sugar coated. It won't be, it just won't be him taking full responsibility for him leaving his pregnant wife. So for you to sit here and say, for the new girlfriend to sit here and say, he didn't want to be with her. He just didn't want to be with her. And I'm like, no, that's just what he told you. And probably so he didn't want to be with her anymore because clearly he don't want to be with her because he's over there with you. It's more like why? That is the question. Why he don't want to be with her no more? I mean, is it because she decided she didn't want to take his laziness anymore? Is it because she sat here and now she wants them to be better in a relationship and he wasn't ready for change? So he decided to get somebody else to where he can be brand new again, where he can go to take his old ways to somebody who don't know him, you know? Um, the why. That's the thing. Why don't he want to be with her anymore? And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that a female coming in a situation don't understand. You know, he's never going to tell you his flaws in the relationship. He's never going to tell you where she wanted me to get my shit together and I just wasn't ready. They ain't gonna tell you that. So they gonna give you all the rundown about her shit, her flaws, whatever she feel need. And guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna feed into that and you're gonna be like, she need to be a mother of kids, she need to do this, she need that. And I'm talking about you're not looking at the that. You're not looking at the guy at all. You are not looking at the guy at all because he has said here Enrico Suave you so much and so negative about the other female till now you just really feel like she is what he says she is. And the thing about that is when you leave, I mean when he leaves her, you will look at it as a victory for you. When on nationality, you making it a victory for her. So you make it a victory for her because now you don't that's your problem now. That's your problem now. I don't have to deal with him. Now I can be free to get myself together because you know he's gone now. You know, we not working out because he don't want to get right or we not working out for whatever reason. But if a guy would literally come immediately and start talking trash about his ex to that new girlfriend, it's because he don't want to tell you about him. He's definitely hiding his true self, and you are just the next victim. You the next victim to leech off. You know, you the next sucker. Okay. So I just want all new girls out there, new girlfriends who come into situations like that. Homegirl, if you come in a situation and you see this man got drama like that, now I'm telling you, trust and believe. Just look at the situation for what it is. I ain't judging old boy. I ain't saying it's always the guy. I don't know. My thing is, all I'm saying is, if he immediately come and start bashing old girl, red flags, okay? Red flags. Because the first thing, I'm sorry, I'm come with a morals where ain't no guy finna come to me and waste his time speaking on another female. I don't give a darn if it's negative, if it's positive, whatever. You are not going to speak. Good morning, Monique. You're not going to speak on another female with me because the way I look at it is this should be the time that you should be getting to know me and we should be getting to know we. It should never be based on me um worrying about how she mothering her kids. She don't clean up. She don't do this. She don't do that. Like to me, I just cannot get past how a female could literally be turned on by a guy who does that to another female. You can't possibly be that insecure to sit here and want to be entertained by this man running down another female who you don't even know. Majority of the time, you don't even know. So now you feeling all independent, you feeling all important, and that was the whole plan. That was the game to make you feel like I chose you over her because you are better than her. Because she is this and you is that, and she don't compare to you. When the whole time I ain't shit. I'm Rico Suave and my line talking about her works with you. I'm in there. Now I can do everything that she got tired of. I can bring this shit to you now. Because you don't know me. So I got time to spare this. You know, I got time to sit here and leash off you now. For whatever reason, even it could be him being a dog. You know, every girl don't like being cheated on. Some girls accept it, some girls don't. But you know, hey, to each his own. But some people get tired of it. And, you know, sometimes a guy don't like when a female get tired of him doing him. So now he got to move on to the next. Well, like I say, it's something, it's a red flag. It ain't got to be him being a bum. He's just a red flag. So you tend to now you want babies by this man. So the situation with Strong Mommy Chrissy is her ex-husband's girlfriend. Well, her husband still. Her husband's girlfriend. She literally got pregnant with a little girl. And now that, you know, her little girl's here, you know, like I said, Chrissy did a live and she started ranting. And yeah, she said the most negative crap out of her face, but it's like, you know, like, yeah, she kind of opened up, Chrissy kind of opened up a can of worms. Now you giving the new girlfriend a leg to stand on. I tell any female, I don't care. If you are sitting up here saying you don't have no problem with her, please don't have no problem with her because you are going to be labeled as the bitter, jealous baby mama. And I swear to God, people would throw that term in so loosely. I mean, freak the point that you just pissed at the fact that this man is not taking care of his kids with me. This man is literally around here making whole families and he don't even know the last son. So let's not forget about that. But guess what? When you open up a can of worms on a situation where you come out with that rah rah, you allow your emotions get you to say the most messed up things, especially when she targeted and say, fuck that baby, like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? F the baby, okay, the baby ain't got nothing to do with it. The baby's here. Now, how you choose to maneuver around it as far as behind the scenes, that's one thing. Like, okay, you have every right to be hurt. Nobody can tell you how to feel. And I mean, it makes more sense for you to be hurt. You and this man was married. Y'all got 3 boys. He left you when you were 7 months pregnant with your last son, and he don't even know that one. So what baffles me is you open up them can of worms for you, but yet now you had homegirl come on her live. Now she got every leg to stand on because you just said fuck her baby. So now she, even if she always wanted to say something or she wanted to have something to say, because like I said, sometimes the way a guy moves, she tends to take it out on the other female. She's ready for you to say something negative about her because on his behalf, she ready to come at you. So females just don't understand the can of worms they open up when they do that. So the fact that homegirl had that leg to stand on, she came on her live. Mind you, now you are a public YouTuber. You've been YouTubing for years, so reactors have reacted on your mothering skills. Um, you know, people have been giving opinions and giving out all the flaws of your motherhood. So now let's give this chick the leeway to use all of that. Talk about the girl hair matted. Now I'm gonna tell you, I ain't like when that Mexican girl said they said something about that girl churn head being matted because they're black boys, okay? And they have thick, coarse hair, or they may have thick, curly hair. But homegirl, you a whole lot Mexican on here talking about matted hair. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now that right there got under my skin with homegirl. I mean, I was feeling homegirl for a minute, but now you out here talking about matted hair. Okay, cool. So she went in explaining. She said she understand the situation. Yeah, you understand, but you don't get. You sitting up here saying I want my child to have a relationship with her siblings. Now, here's my thing. I'm so all for the kids having relationships because, yes, that is the godly thing to do. That is the right thing because these kids are from God. And the fact that God gave them to the same man or the same woman and their siblings is God's way of these kids knowing each other. But the thing about it is, circumstances and situations when you expect these imperfect human beings to operate in a godly manner, the way I see it, you can't expect the woman or the ex to want to go that route right now. You'll be a fool to sit here and say she's jealous and bitter because she don't want her kids knowing about this other baby yet. See, when you in a position of being the new one coming in, you're not in my shoes. You're new coming in, so you don't have anything behind you. You don't know what that experience is like to sit here and say, oh, she jealous, she bitter. These kids got a right to know each other. First of all, these kids have the right to be taken care of as well. These kids have the right to know their dad. These kids have the right to be able to see their dad. These kids have the right to even know they have a relationship with these kids and with their dad. These kids have the right to be taken care of by their dad. And I feel that girl Chrissy, I feel the wife 100% when she see here and say, how in the hell we supposed to be sitting up here having these kids FaceTime, having these kids having a whole relationship with one another when this fool ain't even got a relationship with his last son I got. That girl said that shit just ass backwards. First of all, how you want them to have a relationship with your new child when your child before her don't even know you? How does that work? So to me, yes, that's ass backwards. And I think, yeah, that's the situation where in these baby steps. And please, I don't like the fact that these new females come in feeling like, oh, these kids need to know each other. Homegirl, nobody need to come together just because you got pregnant. It don't work like that. It's supposed to be like that. I feel you. That is the right thing to do. I feel you. But to sit here and say that these kids need to know each other, you ain't in the position to speak on that. And that's just my opinion. You're not in the position to sit here and say what's supposed to be what. Because what's supposed to be was he needs to take care of his kids. So before we sit here and focus on these kids having a relationship, these kids got to have a relationship with the person how they became siblings in the first place. If that relationship is not there, then at this point, there's no way it could be a relationship under these circumstances. Let me say that. Under the circumstances. Because right now, hunger, I don't even know you. I don't know you. Okay? My last son don't know his dad. But you want to sit here and speak on because your daughter's here. Now everybody's supposed to come together. Girl, no ma'am. I mean, time heals all wounds, but a female has to be in that right mindset to do that because at this point, he left that girl when she was pregnant with that last son. He was not there for that girl when she had her baby. And nor did he even bother to, reach out or do anything. This man completely does not have not one relationship with his last son. Not one relationship. So the fact that you are sitting up here trying to tell me about being a mother to my kids, and then you want to point out the number of kids that I have. And I got 9 kids, and but still doing better than you. Let's add that. Because I'm pretty sure you probably still on government assistance with your 2 kids. And I'm not doing that with my 9 kids. So me having 7 different baby daddies is not the point. Like that has absolutely nothing to do with this situation. Period. Because as far as I'm concerned, you had a man by a baby who got 2 others than the 3 I got with him. So now I got 7 different baby daddies, but this fool got what? 3 different baby mamas. So what's your point? What's your point on that note? So I just felt like that comment was irrelevant. But she ended up also saying, when she spoke on why you don't keep that same energy with your other baby daddies. Because I don't have this situation with I wasn't married to my other baby daddies, or I'm not dealing with my other baby daddies. My other baby daddies, whatever situation I had with them is the past. Right now, this is the past, but this is a recent situation. The situation is he left me 7 months pregnant. He don't know my kids. He don't know my son. Then he walked out with the oldest one who knew of him, who had a relationship with him, seen him walk out. Like, you just ain't in no position to be speaking on how I'm supposed to operate. So, no, I do not have that energy for my other baby daddies because my other baby daddy situation is not what's going on right now. And my whole thing is, why you telling me as a woman I need to take care of my kids and don't worry about what y'all got going over there. Your energy need to be with your nigga by telling him he need to take care of his kids that he have before yours. So until you can sit here and tell me that you're gonna be a woman all the way, or you're gonna be a mother all the way, don't tell me you understand anything because you don't. You don't understand my position firsthand because you're not in my position. But to sit there as a woman coming in to sit here and try to speak on me like you know me, all because you going off of what he's selling, this man left his kids. You laid up and had a baby by a man who abandoned the kids he had before he had yours. Yo, that says everything about you. That's telling me everything about you. So I tell Chrissy she shouldn't open up them can of worms. She shouldn't open up them can of worms. She shouldn't open up them can of worms. And she shouldn't have said nothing about after. But you know what? Put it like this. I don't agree with that comment. Fuck the baby. Excuse my language for, anybody who happened to see this video. But she Mexican, so she don't understand. And, Excuse me, not trying to be, I'm not racist. I'm just saying she Mexican, but she don't understand. When a black person says F that baby, they're not physically saying F the baby. They're saying F the idea of you having a child. Like, I don't care nothing about y'all little family. I don't care nothing about you. I don't care nothing about him. I don't care nothing about no baby y'all made together. So she's not saying F the baby. But, you know, I'm going to give her a pass because she not black. But, well, then shoot, you got a lot of black females that sit here and act crazy like that. Y'all understand what that means. Y'all know darn well don't sit here and say, "Oh, she got something against my baby. How you jealous of a newborn?" No, girl, that girl's not jealous of no newborn. She's not jealous of no newborn. She's hurt at the situation that this man left her in. So please, y'all stop using y'all babies as a reason to say I'm jealous and bitter of another baby. Like, no, I'm not jealous of the baby. I'm not hurt. I mean, I have to be jealous. First of all, jealousy has to come from no intent given. I have to be jealous of you for something that you haven't done. I have nothing to be jealous of a new relationship this bum decided to pick up after he left me. There's nothing to be jealous of. You are literally now walking into my footsteps. I've been there, done that. There's nothing to be jealous of. So please, y'all stop, take the jealousy out of the equation because that's the wrong terminology for the situation. Not jealous at all. Yeah, may be mad. Give you that. They be mad. Maybe bitter. I think even that term might be a little used a little loosely. But I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off from my own feelings, but more importantly, I'm pissed off behind my kids. Because any mother who don't get upset about when it comes to a dude doing this to their kids, and you sit up here a whole mama yourself, gonna sit here and say I'm bad, I'm mad, and I'm bitter, and I'm jealous of your churn, girl, come on, man, I ain't got nothing to do with your baby, and you know it. You know it, and you know I ain't got nothing to do with your baby. It's all about what that dude did to mine, did to my kids. So for you to sit here and try to act like, oh, it's me, it's me. No, baby, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me at all. It's him. And the fact that we going at each other, it baffles me. Why we going at each other when he is the common denominator? He is the one that sat here and got and left me, got you pregnant, starting a whole family with you, and he ain't taking care of these ones over here. On that note, is him. So let me phrase that too, because after a while, it's no longer the guy's fault. You know, it just be to a point now. Both females just have to get their together. Okay, cool. I have to respect the fact that you don't want our kids to get to know each other because it's hard for you to cope the fact that I got my kid and I had a baby by him. Now we sitting up in here and we a family now. And right now, that's just nothing you can cope with. Right now, that's nothing you can understand. That's nothing you want to understand. Or the fact that he not doing for yours and he doing for mine. I mean, and me personally as a woman, I would expect the new chick to tell him, you know, you need to do right by your kids. You need to, and then no, I don't want. Oh, he sent them outfit and all that. Man, done sending an outfit. That man need to spend time with them damn children. That man need to spend time with them. Biscuit, you got to record it on because I done been babbling for what? How long now? Shoot, how long I been babbling? Man, you got to you got to rewind this video. But anyway, I'm just speaking on a situation with a YouTuber that I look at. She real. I like looking at her. She's strong, mommy Chrissy. Matter of fact, the one who I suggested you to watch or whatever. The strong mommy Chrissy chick. But anyway, just girl speaking on the drama that she got going on, and just giving my my comment on it. I said that I wanted to do a YouTube reaction video on everything, but I was like, man, please, my channel will not be based off that. No, no, no. See, I'm gonna be vlogging my family, and this type of situation reacting on somebody else's life just won't be it. Now, if I do videos like that, it'll be in a general sense. But this is Facebook. I'm talking to friends and family, and whoever else I ain't friends and family with. But this for you too if you want to comment. But just the fact that I was on where I was saying about how homegirl could sit there and say, which I understand, I can understand from a woman's perspective of being the one he left and I'm the new one and I got a baby by him now. We're a family over here now. He didn't do right by your family. But like I said, the new chick tends to come in and start judging the one before her without even knowing the story. Because right now you're only going through a one-sided conversation, and that's with him. So now he is basically out of the loop of the drama because the females are going at each other at this point. Now the females don't even get along. So yeah, it's going to be damn sure hard for these kids to be siblings because of the simple fact that it done got too messy. It done got too messy, and then to me, I feel like this: for them kids to get to know each other, it is based on the parent who they share. And if he ain't trying to go all out his way to get them kids to know each other, first of all, he know what he got to do. Make it right over there. Make it right. She could be mad if you decide not to be with her no more. You want to be with the new chick, but make it right with your kids. I mean, that's the most advice I could give a dude. Make that right with your kids. You know what I'm saying? But if you got to, well, for one, you got to make it right with that mama. And she may be bitter, she probably won't even give you the time of day to make it right. She might not. But hell, time heals all wounds on that end too. You'll be all right, player. It is what it is. This the mess you created, because I feel like this. Guys should think about stuff like this before you make a move like that, thinking you don't want to get right, but you want things to be right. You want her to understand that you're trying to get right over there, but now you left me scarred. You didn't get it right with me. Not only that, you shitted on my kids. Excuse my language, y'all. Like I say, you you shitted on my kids. So now you sit up here expecting me to understand you try to get right with situation. Now you want to get it right after you done did what you did. Nah, I mean, I need time to process right now. I'm just, because I don't know what's this. Because me, I'm looking at it as you being selfish. You thinking you making this about you. Yeah, and truth be told, I'm making it about me by making it hard for you to get it right, to make it right. But at this point, like I said, I've been shitted on. Okay? I was love. I sit here and watch my kids get shitted on. So I'm not in the mindset with you or with your new situation, for you to sit here and try to tell me how I should act accordingly. Like no, so like why everybody trying to check why everybody trying to check the ex, from the new chick to the dude. Okay, so who gonna fix y'all? Because the way I look at it is everybody got something they need to check. Homegirl need to check her situation with you. She needs to really know the truth behind what's going on and why we not even together. Not only that, homegirl need to slow her roll. If you ain't in my shoes, homegirl, don't speak on me. Don't speak about me. And don't speak about my mothering skills when you don't know me. And don't speak about what kind of girlfriend or what kind of wife I was to this man when you don't know me. You know his side. If you want to ride with his side, cool. But don't throw up in my face no BS this dude done told you. Don't do that. Don't use that as a, he already said you don't do this with your kids. You don't take care of your kids. You don't feed your kids. You don't do this, kids. Like, home girl. Clearly, he ain't doing nothing for him because he over there with you ain't helping me take care of these. So therefore, he ain't feeding them either. He ain't washing them. He ain't taking care of them. Let's start there. Let's focus on there with him. Let's focus on there. Okay? And while you sitting up here focusing on my mothering skills, look what you brought your child into. And you knew the situation. So what kind of mother that says about you? No. Don't sit here and say, oh, it's all about your child. Don't sit here and say, I'm jealous over a child. No, I'm not jealous over a child because I know that baby ain't got nothing to do with it. I know that baby ain't got nothing to do with it. But what I do know is that nobody thought about mine. When y'all sat there and tried to be happy ever after over there, nobody thought about mine. So spare me for not thinking of your kids because I'm too busy thinking about mine. I'm too busy trying to continue to build up mine. I'm continuing to sit here and make sure mine understand that they are still important, that they are still loved, that they are still like they still worthy. Okay? Focus on what I have to do. I have to focus on what I have to do and making sure my kids understand that what their dad did had absolutely nothing to do with them. Like you don't understand the emotional turmoil that I got going on in my household now with my children. For you to sit here thinking you can throw jabs at me off of what he says. But he the whole one who left my kids. So these new females got to understand is you cannot sit here and just literally be throwing jabs about my mothering skills. You can't throw jabs about me as a person. Like you can't do that. And as a woman, you shouldn't do that. What we should be doing is just trying to figure out, okay, hunger, you said you didn't know me, but when you found out about me, it was like we were already broken up. Okay, cool. Cool. Or we were already separated. Okay, cool. And you decide to say, just say that. But don't come at me like I'm wrong. Don't come at me like I'm jealous of you. I don't even know you. Don't come at me. I'm jealous of your baby. I got kids myself. I got kids from him. I mean, I can't be jealous of a female who's giving him things that I've already given him. I mean, what y'all doing over there ain't nothing new what we had going on. So if it if he left this like this, he's bringing the baggage over there to you, meaning he has not gotten himself together in ways that could help y'all men, that could keep y'all glued. Y'all foundation is built off of lies. And eventually, when you build a foundation off of situations like this, y'all not gonna last either. You not. Because guess what? What goes around comes around. What you put in the universe, you're gonna get back out. So the whole time you sitting up here nitpicking at me, don't be surprised that he got a whole new girlfriend and a new baby mama after you. Or you dealing with the same mess I've been dealing with, but 20 times worse. Because 9 times 10, I probably was dealing with the crap that the previous girl before me was dealing with. I mean, when guys are out here for everybody, please don't come up in here thinking you any special that you can change him. Nope. A guy changed because he want to change. And if you ain't giving him nothing to change for, if you accept him for who he is, he gonna be comfortable and stay where he is. He ain't gonna change. He ain't gonna change. So it's gonna have to take a female that's gonna have to give his ass the blues and say, "Oh no, you got all that going on." And I mean that's just the womanly thing to do. The womanly thing to do. So you mean to tell me you left that girl with them kids like, cuz, oh, nah, I'm good. Mm-mm. Nah, you get that together, then you come holler at me, cause right now, cuz what you would do to her, you would do to me. And or I'm not finna bring no baby in no situation when you barely taking care of the ones you already got, player. I can't do that. But females ain't got enough sense to do that. Females. Well, I want to say sense. Well, shit, sense. They ain't got enough sense to do that. They ain't got the sense God gave you to see a situation for what it is. Now, you do have situations where the girl didn't know. But do you still make a relationship with this man after you had a baby? Yeah. So at the end of the day, you still in some way agreed to take this man knowing how he was to the other kids before yours. So like I said, it still goes back to you can't tell me nothing, homegirl, because your character, you have a character flaw as well. And there's nothing you can sit here and speak on me about because guess what? We both decided to date the same bum. And what makes it worse is you came after me, knowing what you knew. You came after me. And now all of a sudden, we supposed to be kumbaya. Your child's supposed to get to know my kids. They supposed to have a relationship and all that stuff like that. All I'm saying, that is true. Despite the circumstances, yeah, them kids need to know each other. But is the time it's supposed to be when you feel like it's supposed to be? It's supposed to be right then and there. Um, nah, it don't work like that. It's a lot of It's a lot of things that people should do that they just not in the process of doing. This should not be excluded. And if she's not ready to be all the way righteous in this situation, she's human, and trust and believe God will forgive her. God will forgive her. Okay. And he will allow her that time. And if she want to change, if she want to get right now, if she just being plain out bitter and nasty and just, she really, because you do have some females who are, not the new girlfriend who is the one he left, and she tends to take her pain and become something else, or become something she always was. Hurt people hurt people. So people tend to get hurt and then turn around and do it to the next chick. It happens like that. But I just honestly feel like us as women, we do need to come together, and we do need to, it's gonna have to take some of us to say no to certain these dudes out here in order to be able to put our children and ourselves in healthier situations. Because yes, at the end of the day, it does boil down to these kids, old and new. Every child is important. Every single child is just as important. So my whole thing is, us as women in that situation, we cannot attack each other, and we can't sit here and downrate each other just to sit here and get over the fact that now we both stuck on having feelings for this man, or you know we both hurt about the situation, or we both not feeling each other because you still hurt, you won't let go, and I won't let go. You know, so us women, we got to stay together, and we got to learn how to say no to a guy who's not doing right by his kids. We got to stop putting out having babies in situations like these, because all it's doing is just leading to a bunch of siblings that don't know each other, siblings growing up without knowing each other. It's a real messed up thing. But us as women, we can no longer blame the guy anymore after a while. If it going on too long, and if it done got to a point where it's turning into, I mean, and to be honest, is them kids getting to know each other for what? The way we still dealing with each other, if we feel about each other, our kids gonna be like that towards each other. Some majority of the time, our kids gonna be like that towards each other. Our kids not gonna like each other. They not gonna care for each other, because all the kids who the dad left gonna hate this child because they daddy took care of the child, and their daddy ain't did nothing for them. So I mean, y'all ever new females, y'all ever thought about that? That maybe our kids probably ain't gonna want, it ain't got nothing to do with us situation. They gonna be mad at their daddy because he ain't took care of his kids. He didn't take care of them. So now they mad at your child because your child might have had them and took care of them, spent time with them, and they don't know them. And my kids don't know him, or the new girl don't. The new kids don't know him. I mean, the old kids don't know him. So the kids he had before don't know him. So, like, as women, we got to do better because we the mothers. So y'all, that back and forth with having this guy do y'all all kind of ways, and y'all can't even get yourself emotionally or mentally together to even 100% be there for your babies, is the problem. And that's on both ends, because every female is important, old and new. Whether homegirl knew about you and still decided to deal with him, she is still a woman too. So it still doesn't even give the old chick a right to bash the new chick, you know, because at the end of the day, it's all based on, what y'all both allowed this man to do. And if a man decide to leave you, and your mindset on yourself, because it all boils down to how you feel about yourself. If you can't bounce back from a bum leaving you, then bitch, that says a lot about you. So, and that's just my take on that note. It says a lot about the female who he left. If you can't get that shit together after he done left you, knowing he wasn't no good to you anyway, then that says that's everybody battling with themselves. To be honest, you're battling with yourself. You're battling with your own insecurities. Because I feel like this: if a guy decides to Well, it's not a situation I want to, you know, no, put that in the universe with me. No, ma'am. No, go through no problems. But what I am saying is, if a guy who you know wasn't no good in the beginning and he wasn't doing right with you and he decides to leave you and deal with somebody else and you mad and you pissed off and you angry and hurt, I get it. It's about the kids. I get that 100%. But do understand that if it is about the kids, then make sure you keep it about the kids, even if he decides he wants to be back in his kid's life, you know, because there's ways a mother can talk to their kids. You know, if they decide to hate their daddy along the way, cool. But you bashing him in front of them, not cool. Not cool at all. You know, especially if he just plain out don't deal with you and he's still in a relationship with the kids if he did decide not to, if he didn't leave the kids, you know, it's still something where I get how you feel. Nobody can tell you how to feel. Nobody can tell you how to maneuver with a new child involved. Nobody can tell you how you and your kids should have a relationship, even if that is true, but that's between you and your God. That is your process to deal with, how you want to handle that. So nobody can tell you right or wrong if you choose not to handle it right away. And that's just my opinion on that, because can't nobody force nobody. There's plenty of stuff people need to do, but it's a process. So that shouldn't be excluded at all. So I'm just all for women uniting, women coming together for these babies, and y'all not allowing these guys the situation that this guy did to y'all, not the kids. Now, if it's about the kids, it'll be about the kids. But this guy did to y'all. I mean, and guess what? I don't blame my mother if she feel like this man don't deserve my kids right now. You know, he don't deserve to be around my kids right now. Right now, my kids are healing. My kids are used to his behind being gone. You know, I know, in my opinion, children do still want their daddy in their life, and I think mothers know this. So if there is an opportunity where, I think we should, if they old enough to speak on it, because if they old enough to speak on it, then, and if you try to come back around and the baby is like young, like cut that out now. Yeah, that baby don't even know what's going on. You only know about, your energy. But if that baby don't know what's going on and the guy's still trying to be in the life of that baby, then please let that be. Like, don't deny your child in that with the relationship with the dad. Now with the siblings, yeah, process. But and I guess everything is a process, so I guess I can't even speak on that either. But I mean, like I said, it's just the insecurities with us. If we decide to let a guy make us out of something that we're not, or allow us to, it's something that been in us all along, and it just took this situation and get it out of us to show the real character flaw that we had within ourselves, our own insecurities and our own spirits that we battling with, our own demons that we battle with, because we decided to be negative in the situation. We decided to take on the situation hurt, so we moved like a hurt person would do, a hurt bitter person would do. So yes, I would say the bitterness is probably there now that I speak on it. The bitterness is probably there. And yes, I mean, but like I said, everything is a process. So nobody can expect a female to just change right away. It don't work like that. But I will say this. As a woman, we all need to look at both ends. Both women are just equally as important because of the simple fact is they are mothers to these kids, and they all have to be in healthy mind states in order for these babies to have a healthy environment, at least, even if it's a missing father. But you are control of what you bring in your household. So, ladies, please do not argue about foolishness like that around your kids. Your kids should be blind to all of that. If you have to go outside and vent, if you have to go and smoke your cigarette, if you're a smoker, your weed, whatever you prefer, your coffee, whatever you do to go out there and start talking to God. Start talking to God about the situation. You know, ask Him what should be your next move, or help you heal through this versus be taking this situation and becoming of the world. Because if you let me tell you something, I don't care who's the new baby mama, the old baby mama, who the hurt one, who the devil don't have. The devil don't care who you is. He out to destroy every last one of you anyway. So it's like nobody wins in the situation when you take it there. When you allow it to be, when you go and do ungodly jabs at each other, whether it's physically or verbally, you know, we tend to tear each other down, and that's not of God. So yeah, you're gonna pay for that. That's gonna be something you have to deal with personally, because now it's going to line on how you treating somebody. So you won't heal. You won't heal from it. It will always be a consistent situation. It will be a deep, consistent, and it'll be to the point where everybody's in too deep. Everybody's so used to this, and it becomes a regular lifestyle for you and your children. So if you don't get it right, you got to understand you're raising your kids in this chaos, this foolishness. And when they get older, that's all they know. And guess what they go do? They end up becoming better baby mamas and new girlfriends and side chicks and all that shit when they grow up. Okay? Usually that's how they go. Because they think it's a man's job to be with other women. They tend to pick out the same man that their dad was. It's just true facts, y'all. It's a generational curse. It is real. Generational curse is real. Okay, females with absent fathers become find love in men the wrong way. It is real. So don't ever think that you are doing you are doing a disservice to that father when you really doing a disservice to your kids by having them grow up in this situation. You can always explain the absent father, and you can try to do it in the most positive light as you can. But you, as the mother, have to protect your kids' mental state, and you have to protect the energy around them. And you taking on that outside any negative energy from your situation, no matter how messy it is, and you bring it into your household around your kids, that's all on you. That's all on you as well. It's on him because he's not around to be there for him, or he's not doing right by him. But it's on you for you to bring that energy around your kids. And to me, that is not healthy for them either. So you also have a responsibility to make sure that you have your child in the most healthiest state of mind when it comes to adult drama. And that's just what I say on that. I don't judge nobody. I ain't gonna say how anybody should move. Like even a new girl, she's supposed to care about you. She don't know you, just like you said. You don't know her, she don't know you. So I mean, if she decides to sit here and still stay with the dude even after she found out about you, guess what? That's her. That's something she got to deal with. But do believe that she accepts him like that, and if he is like that, he's changing for no one. Okay, so you ain't got to worry about her winning. She ain't won. She gonna carry on the same problems you just got rid of. Thank the bitch. Thank her. Shoot. That's what we need to pass out to these females who take these sorry on my hands. Anyway, thank you. Shoot. Now I can get me right and go look for something better. Because I have to better me first. Now I got time to do it. I got time to better me. I got time to be focused more on my kids. I got time to focus more on my well-being. I got time to focus on me, and then just pray. When I go through my little breakthroughs, I go and talk to God, because guess what? Once you go to God, baby, He gonna give you somebody that get back and say, "Damn, I messed up." Just understand, y'all got to trust the process, man. God is real. I mean, you got to be blessed, and you got to go to Him in order to be blessed. It don't work like that. You can't sit here and expect bad and negative on somebody because you hurt and you mad about the situation. You blowed about the situation. The situation ain't going your way. He did this to you. He did this to your kids. Okay, that's between him and his God. But when the way you go about it is gonna be between you and your God. So you better get right. If he ain't got it right, you better get right as a mother to your kids that you are still there. You are still the present parent. So at the end of the day, you still got a responsibility to make sure these kids grow up in a positive environment. So guess what? If you don't take it to God either, ain't nobody finna pay for nothing nobody did to you. And you ain't finna pay for nothing you did to them. Like everybody gonna pay for what they doing to each other, to themselves. You gonna pay for what you putting yourself through. And you're paying for it by going through it. But this the route you chose. Take the higher route, y'all. Ain't deep. Ain't deep. Plenty fish I even see. Plenty. Plenty. And nowadays, these guys around here taking care of other people's kids more than they taking care of their own damn goddamn race. So you know, you'll find one. I'm just playing. You don't want them either, because then you'll be just like homegirl. But anyway, just y'all, we women at the end of the day. We women. We are women at the end of the day. So that's just what I want to say on that note. I hope I see people in the comment section. I'm definitely willing to discuss the situation at hand in the comment section. Give me y'all thoughts, opinions about this video, and just I don't mind doing videos like this. This early morning, kept saying I'm gonna do this, and I mean, all jokes aside, this is one of the kind of YouTube channels I do want to have, where we speak on positive notes and not really judging nobody for nobody's situation, just speaking in general at situations at hand by analyzing the circumstances. But other than that, y'all, I enjoyed this live. Look, me, that's just something I just want to comment on, because it's happening too many times. And these babies, man, these are our future, man. We got to be right for these kids. We got to get ourselves together for these kids as mothers, as fathers too. But when you decide to birth a baby and you decide to be a mother, you never really signed up to guarantee, if you're not married. But then hell, even when you're married, like I say, that girl strong mommy Chrissy was married to the man. So I mean, listen. I just put it like this. Like I said, y'all, go with God, okay? Talk to God. Give it to God, Ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't handle it yourself, because I'm telling you, you go down the gutter with anybody, you will lose. Everybody loses. Because all it is y'all just going to be slandering. It's going to slander each other back and forth on this free app. And you got folks like me sipping coffee while we be entertaining. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't entertaining no mess like that. I can't be. Because all I can do is thinking about my kids, and just thinking about them poor babies. These poor babies. Like, these kids don't stand a chance to having nothing positive going on. Like, they got to deal with this. They got to sit in the house and deal with you on the phone talking to the next chick about about the new chick, or the new chick got to sit here and talk about the old chick things that you don't even know for sure. You just going about what the hell he told you. So y'all, come on now. These babies don't deserve none of this. And I'm gonna stop babbling, because I'm repeating. I'm definitely speaking redundantly. So I'm gonna get off this live. But I just felt like I wanted to spread that, just sharing my thoughts. I tried to go on Instagram now, but I don't know how to do it. So somebody can, get in the comment section, tell me how to do that. I appreciate you. What's up, Sint? But anyway, I'm going, y'all. I'm gonna talk y'all heads off enough.